A diamond mine versus telephone operators and the collapse of the global labor market. Why economic repair won't come from employers or the employed, but the job-seeking labor force their neglect has been crushing. Hi, my name is Sarah Tribble. I'm the founder and CEO of the Job Applicant Perspective, the first anonymous user reviews for job ads across the U.S. This is a level of go-to-market awareness as well as public service for all the gaslighting out there. Comes from a Substack that I'm working out the language of. It helps me to say things out loud. You can find this also on YouTube, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and more, a finer version of this. Just for reference, I'm putting a picture of the kind of market dynamic I'm describing right here. It's a picture of De Beers with like a guy in plaid and mounted deer head on the wall with him saying no one wants to get married anymore. And right now I'm attempting to explain why nobody sees it. AKA because the cultural tradition of not knowing the hiring experience, no one running or operating the online labor market can see the collapse happening in plain sight. Starting from a little before where I left off. Employers have been trained not to question the hiring process at all. In a global labor market, they assume vendors will fix problems and trust platforms to find the best candidate, simply because there are a million applicants out there. As online hiring dysfunction grows, employers turn predictably to the same actors every time: business power players, academia, public policy experts. And here's where the distortion creeps in. See if you can spot the slip. Shift the frame and try this instead. If restaurant attendance suddenly tanked, who would you ask? People who buy gift cards, the people who own the restaurants, the FDA, the health department, and academics, or the people whose eating habits have changed? If Disney saw erratic drops in park attendance, who would they interview? Parents dealing with the park hours and ride schedules? Theme park owners and nearby businesses? Theme park historians and former employees? Or the kids the park actually exists to delight? In any functional market, your answer is always group 4, with maybe some insight from groups 1, 2, and 3. But in the global labor market, it is never group 4, the people whose behavior is actually changing, because we built an entire culture around the idea that professionalism means job seekers must not speak. When you become so professional that you don't even consider talking about your hiring process, you eventually become so professional that you don't consider thinking about your hiring process. And that is how an entire global labor market collapses in plain sight, without feedback, without a neutral platform, and without the people driving it even realizing what they're doing.